Any car with a successful motorsport history will find a following. Amongst the all-time greats of the rally world is a car that caused a real stir at the time, could be found on the bedroom wall of any Carlos Sainz fan, but that only the informed would mention today. It is the Lancia Delta Integrale.
Lancias in the 1960s were aspirational cars. They were beautifully made and actually cost more to produce than Lancia actually earned from selling them. So by the end of the 60s, they were almost close to bankruptcy and they were taken over by Fiat. Now, when Fiat took over, the rot set in, literally. They gained a terrible reputation for rust. They'd used very poor quality recycled steel, and the cars used to disintegrate within a couple of years.
The history of the road-going Delta Integrale is long and complicated. Based on the original Delta designed by Giorgio Giugiaro in 1979, the 1986 Delta four-wheel drive was the first nod to a performance version. In '87, the 8-valve appeared, soon followed by the 16-valve version in '89. Lancia were gathering a following, but devastatingly, their success brought about the abolition of the Group B series. Lancia, though, were ahead of the game. They had a car ready to go for the new Group A series, the Delta four-wheel drive. And in 1987, the car won its first World Championship.
My experience of the Lancia Delta is really the Integrale, the rally-bred version. I remember very clearly sitting in the left-hand drive rally car, just awesome to drive, incredibly loud, very powerful four-wheel drive car.
The Lancia Delta went on to win an amazing 6 world titles and was driven by some of the greatest names in rallying history. Juha Kankkunen, Carlos Sainz and Didier Auriol all piloted the famous Martini colours Integrale.
The car's actually fantastic to drive. This is probably one of its best points. Handling is just awesome. You feel a part of the car when you're going around corners and on twisty roads, and you feel involved, whereas more modern machinery, the car tends to drive yourself, whereas you have to drive this car. That's what gives you the passion, is it feels really, really good to drive.
The history of the Delta is almost folklore amongst rally fans and car enthusiasts alike, checkered as it is with tragedy and triumph. It deserves its place at number 71.